Hey everyone, it's Alex Fung from Remax Hallmark, Daryl King team. And today we're going to be talking about May 2022 Vaughan real estate market. Let's just jump right into it. So here we can see that there are about 263 homes that sold in Vaughan, okay, last month versus 541 homes in the same period, okay, versus last year. That's over 51% less buyers, okay? And the number of listings is interesting, okay? So there's 799 homes that were available versus 698. Okay, so that's a 14.5% increase in the number of homes available, okay? So what that really means then is that it's starting to definitely shift to a buyer's market. How much? Well, a buyer's market, or a balanced market for that matter, is defined by 6 months worth of inventory. Right now, you can see that from 2021, it was about 1.29. And now this year, it's about 3.04. Okay, so we're definitely heading there. Now, if you're a home buyer and thinking about waiting, you need to take into consider of the rise in income of, employers. Okay, they're willing to pay their employees more money. Also, housing demand is driven by immigration. Okay, there's a record amount of immigrants coming to Canada, and that really affects, obviously, the housing markets. Now, you need to really think too, like, are you planning on buying the place to rent it out, or is it for you to move in? Okay, about 20% of people are investors. The other 80 are more of consumers. So if you're really going to hold on and live in the property for 5-10 years, then it doesn't really matter how much when you're going to buy the home. Okay, everyone's trying to time the market, but in reality, it's an extremely difficult thing to do. If you even look at this past CEO of CMHC, which is the Canadian Mortgage Housing Corporation, before the pandemic, he was expecting that the housing prices would drop to about 18%. Now, if you didn't listen to him and you ended up buying, you would have been up, depending on the area, 50 to 60%, right? So you really need to think about that. And now, if you're the homeowner looking to downsize or upsize, right, you need to think about your situation, right? If you're thinking about downsizing, you need to think about the value of your home, right? Yes, your neighbor that sold in February got more money than what you can right now. But if you bought the property 20 years ago, you're probably being up, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, right? So it might be a good idea for you to consider cashing out, because with that downsizing and inflation, you can use that equity and turn into cash and help you afford other day essentials or travel. Okay, if you're thinking about upsizing, right, it doesn't matter. You should really consider about selling as well, right, before you buy. Because homes are taking longer to sell, you don't want to put yourself in a compromising position when it comes to negotiations. Okay, so what I like to think of it is sell high and buy low, right? So right now is a peak time. Interest rates are still very low. Okay, a lot of media is exaggerating and creating fear in the market. Okay, but if you think about, timing the markets, right, and comparing that interest rates to housing prices, you can see historically why the higher the interest rates, the lower the homing prices are. So if you wanted to wait for a year or 2 years or even 3 years, it's unlikely that we'll go back down to, all-time lows of interest rates. Okay. So you might be thinking though, as a homeowner, if I sell now, Alex, where do I live? Right. So there are a couple options. The first one is you can live with your family and friends. The second one is you get another place, an Airbnb, or you rent a place for a year. The third option, which is my most favorite option, is you find a buyer that allows you to live in the property and rent it on a monthly basis. That way, you don't need to move twice, which causes a lot of pain and anxiety and a lot of work. And the second one really is that it gives you the flexibility when you make an offer, okay? When you do find a property that you like. And homeowners love flexibility, okay? So if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll be happy to help. Take care. Bye-bye.